going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host, and welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. The idea of this month's topic was this: how do we keep our mind on the right track, especially when our minds start to get messy, we start overthinking, or it just gets way out of hand? If you haven't already, go back into the archives to explore many different practical and actionable ways to keep a healthy mindset. But one aspect I'd like to talk about as we wrap up this month is honesty. I found that being honest with ourselves, brutally honest, is one of the most important factors of betterment. We can be experts at making excuses. We can be experts at avoidance or suppression. Sometimes we don't even realize the harm we're causing ourselves and how much we're getting in our own way. Honesty is hard, especially when it comes to challenging topics, but the truth is, you, and only you, know what's really going on inside. We could spend the rest of our lives lying to ourselves, or we can take a deep breath and really take accountability for our own feelings, our actions, our choices, and turn the possible difficulties into opportunities. Now, this doesn't mean that you are to blame. The blame game, whether we blame ourselves or others, gets us nowhere fast. Remain transparent and honest with yourself. Remaining open to growth, to betterment, will lead you towards your best and only life. Now, you might be thinking, well, what about white lies? Lies that might protect someone or not hurt someone, etc., etc., etc. That's a whole different topic. The honesty I'm talking about is the honesty within yourself, your life, your feelings, your challenges, your success, your significance. This isn't a collection of outside opinions or where you fall on the social status, because all of those aspects lead to the disconnect within yourself. I'll admit, it's not always easy because as children, we're being constantly exposed to approval, disapproval, and this idea that we have to be perfect to be accepted. If you need social proof, look on most social media sites. We carry this so-called baggage until we come into a chapter in our lives where we realize it's weighing us down more than lifting us up. We start to become honest with ourselves, and that's when our minds start to travel on the right track. You might be thinking, like I do now and again, I'm pretty honest with myself. I think I'm good. And then repetitive patterns just rear their ugly head. Exhaustion sets in, sickness sets in, and sleep is at all-time low. And all the things are screaming at you. And that's when you step back and go, where am I? How am I not being honest with myself? You can find that you're almost on autopilot sometimes. You're go, 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 and then crash. So again, in the light of this month's topic of keeping our minds on the right track, here is some food for thought and why being honest with yourself is so important. When you are honest with yourself, it makes you feel fearless. When you are connected to your core values, your why of sorts, it sets an environment that allows you to flourish. You aren't as affected by other negative opinions. You know who you are, and ironically, you start to fearlessly celebrate others because you're secure within yourself and start to accept others also for who they are. Being honest with yourself allows you to find your true passions and excel in life. When you find that meaning, that purpose, you become empowered. Honesty provides clarity. Lies will always find a way to come back around, but as they fester, it can make your mind and well-being thick like fog, a heaviness that constantly weighs you down. Within honesty, although it's not always easy, you will have the clarity needed to make better decisions, better relationships, and a better way of life all around. And one last food for thought. Honesty increases personal accountability. When you have personal accountability, you become more responsible for your well-being. You keep evolving, you keep growing, and life becomes more awesome. So remember this. Judging yourself is not the same as being honest with yourself. Be kind, be patient, be forgiving, and keep fighting the good fight.